Hello everyone, welcome to a new tutorial on Google Meet. In this tutorial we are going to see how to do video conferencing with the help of Google Meet. So to start with, we will go to the website meet.google.com, and as soon as you open, this is the page that you get. In this there are basically two ways of using this software. One is to host your own meeting. That can be done with the help of this green button over here, start a meeting, or you can join an existing meeting with the help of this text box where you can enter the meeting code and click on join. Now there is a third way which you can use to schedule a meeting for the future, that is via your Google Calendar, that we can see in a different video. So for the time being we will be seeing how to host your own meeting. Okay, now for that let's simply begin with this particular button. Okay, but before we start with this, I would also like to tell you one thing about Google Meet, that if you are having a G Suite account, okay, so basically if you have a corporate account or if you have a educational account, then the interface will be slightly different. Okay, so in this case the interface looks something like this. Okay, so it is much more premium. The options are the same, that means you can join or start a meeting. Okay, but there is a single window for that. Okay, and here you have different windows for both of them. The reason is, here when you click on start meeting, you do not have the freedom to select what will be the meeting code, but in a premium account like your educational account or corporate account, when you click on join or start meeting, you can see you can select your meeting code. Okay, so basically you can select what will be the room number or room name that you're going to share it with the users. Okay, so that is the freedom that you get if you're using a corporate account. Another freedom that you get is the number of simultaneous connections that is allowed. Okay, so in this case, if you are free user, that is you're using a personal account, then in that case you will be getting somewhere around 50 connections, 25 to 50 connections, whereas if you are a corporate or a educational account, on an educational account, then you will get around 250 connections, simultaneous connections. Okay, so let us begin. We will use the, my educational account. So here let's start with the meeting. Let me just enter my name as the nickname. Okay, and press continue. As soon as I press continue, it will create my room, and once the room is created, before the room is created, it will show you the preview of as if what is going to be seen by the users. Okay, so in this case you can see my video, my webcam is on, right? And you also have an option here to turn on your microphone for the users, right? So if you click on this, now when you enter, your microphone will be on. Okay, so for the time being it is not on because I'm using it for recording this video. So let's go ahead, and if you want you can turn this off also. Okay, so let me turn on the camera, and now here you have two options. Either you can join or you can present. This present button means you are going to share your screen with the users. Okay, so that we can do even after joining the room. Okay, so we will get in first. So once we get in, this is where the pop-up that we get, this is where we get the information of how to connect, how to share this room's info to other users, right? So this is the basically the link, or they can use this pin also to join. Okay, so basically all you have to do is click on this copy joining info and then paste it in, mail it to your users, or or you can use WhatsApp or any media to communicate this info to your users, right? So this is basically your meeting link. So once we have understood that, this is the panel of Google Meet. So where it is very minimalistic, you don't have to worry about too much buttons over here. The first button that you see over here is your mute button, right? You can turn off your microphones, and here you can turn off your camera. Okay, so these two buttons are very familiar with all the different conferencing softwares, right? And the center button is to end the to leave this meeting. Okay, so this is very this should be used at the end only. Then at any point of time, if you need to use this, you want to get the meeting link, you just click on this particular button over here on the bottom left corner. You can just click on that and you will get the meeting link again. Okay, you can share this. Now other features, some of the other features is you can see the number of participants connected. You can click on the top right hand side buttons over here, that will show you how many users are connected, as well as in the there is another button that is for chat. Okay, so here you can chat with all the users. Okay, so these are the other two features. Then let us come down. We can also share the screen. So to share the screen, all you have to do is click on present now, and you can select your entire computer screen, or a particular software window, or only the Chrome window. Okay, so I'm selecting the entire screen, and you can click on share. As soon as I do that, now everything is getting broadcasted to all the users. Okay, so as whenever you want to stop the broadcast, all you have to do is click on stop sharing. Okay, now by default you don't have any whiteboard as such, so you can use an open source software called OpenBoard. Okay, so I have already installed. I will put the link in the description, so you can click on that, and after it opens you can start writing. So you can use this to write on the whiteboard. Okay, so once that is done, you can run your PPTs, you can run your videos, everything will be broadcasted, and after that you can click on stop sharing. Okay, so as soon as you do stop sharing, you come back to the screen, and now your meeting is back into the live mode. Okay, so in this case you can what you can do is, there is another feature where you can turn on the captions. Now what captions does is, you can just see what it does. Just click on it, and now you can see what happens. So once it is turned on, now because my mic is not on, it is not showing you the text. Basically what this feature does, if I try to let me just try to turn on. Okay, so it is not turning on because I'm currently using it to record this video. So if you turn on this video, if you turn on your microphone and if you turn on your captions, then what happens is, whatever you speak is translated, typed over here at the bottom. Okay, so that way if you are conducting any live lectures, it was even if you have a bad internet connection, still even if your audio is not clear, still you can guess it out what the speaker is saying with the help of these text captions. Okay, so once that is done, all our basic features are done. I will stop the captions now. Over here at the right hand side corner, you can see additional options. Okay, and the best one is to select the change layout option. Okay, so in this option what happens is, you can select right now I am able to see only myself on the screen. Okay, so if you want to see other people also on the screen, then you can do is, you can use tiled. Okay, so as and when people, right now you cannot see any difference, but as and when people get connected, the screenshots start shrinking. Okay, so they all will be accommodated on this screen. So that is one option. You also can make this entire thing full screen. So this is a very good option if you want to host it as a PPT. If you want to do a live PPT, you can use this. Then all other settings are the same as that we have seen in the menu bar. The last thing that we're going to see is the settings, and if you click on the settings, you can select which video device and which audio device you want to use. Okay, so now normally what happens is you will have only one microphone, but if let's say in your computer you have multiple microphones, like your webcam has a microphone and you have an additional headphones which has a microphone, then you can select which one from here. Okay, similarly you may have multiple video recording devices, so that also you can select from here, and the quality, etc. Okay, so once that is done, we are almost to the end of this part of the this part of the tutorial. Now towards the end, all we have to do is press the leave call button to stop the meeting. Okay, so once I do that, I'm out, and you still have an option to rejoin the meeting. If you want, you can just click on rejoin, or you can go to the home screen back to start a new meeting. Okay, so this is basically the idea of using Google Meet for scheduling your meetings. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.